Was that a triple? Oh yeah, that's an oh yeah. It's time. The sweet sounds of another episode of the Social Distance Drinking Club, a special episode tonight. I'm so stoked. I'm down here, but I'm stoked.
What are you doing down there?
I don't know. I think I blame the other guy. I don't know who that guy is, but I blame him. It's up there. Guys, thank you for joining us for another episode of the Social Distance Drinking Club. I guess if we just got rid of Adam, then everything's better. Bam! So excited today. We've got a live Q&A, and we're hanging out with our friend, Mr. Zane Lamprey, in just a few minutes. But before then, we like to start the show with some questions for you guys, as always. What are you drinking? Tell us in the comments. And thank you guys for joining us. For those of you who are new to the show and joining us for the first time today, we started this thing a long time ago. And here we are. It was like week one of maybe we're quarantined, and Social Distance Drinking Club started. And we've got a show. We're on episode 52 today. If you're just joining us, tell us what you're drinking in the comments. Stay tuned. Zane Lamprey coming up. We're going to go around the room, the bar, and see what everybody is drinking. My name is Yusuf. This is Mr. Adam Ledford. Below me, Mr. Brett Barry. And right across from me, down below, Mr. Adam Green. Guys, hello. Adam Ledford, what are you drinking?
I'm doing a little bit of a Tombstone Light, or as the bros call it, T-Stone Light, brah.
T-Stone Light. From down at the place where we just had a collab. I'll tell you more in a few minutes. Brett Barry.
I got from Wren House, shocker, the new triple IPA Wally in the gang.
Oh, how is it?
I have not even had a sip yet. I will tell you in about 2 seconds.
Reaction cam. Let's see the opening.
Yeah, oh, yes.
Adam Green, what do you got in your glass?
I'm a Tombstone train as well. There, Hellas Dorado, Munich Hellas.
That stuff
is a little bit lighter, a little tastier, and it's both of those things.
That stuff is delicious. It's really good. Well, you know, I've been on a kick recently, and so once again, supporting our good friend at Big Marble and the Breadfruit, some Big Marble ginger beer, some dark rum, maybe a hefty pour of it, but dark and stormy time, everybody.
Very nice.
Definitely
Nice.
dark and stormy time. Thank you guys for joining us. Like I said again, we're This is Drinking Club. Take a look at the banner below. Tell us what you're drinking. We like to know what everyone else has in their glass, even if it's just like a glass of water. But, you know, speaking of which, Burns McBeth says his favorite is ice water.
He's got to be counting the days until the end of August.
John Bob says, I'm drinking right now. Where's Publius so we can do shots? You know what? I think maybe we might be able to find, like, there might be a cat or two involved. Rumor has it. Some kitties. That's a thing. Dustin Henry can't watch tonight, but thanks for your cast last night. Thank you, Dustin. It's always going to be available for you to watch any other time. This will be here. Thank you guys all for joining us for the show. Gents, it was a fun day today. R&D cocktail work, and I should have put a photo up there. I am not a mixologist by any means, but I did make a nice passion fruit coconut, like over the rocks daiquiri unblended that turned out very nice, very pleasant, very good.
What led to your adventure in mixology today?
The same thing that has led to my adventure in drinking.
Debilitating alcoholism. No.
You know what? Asked me why I was so excited about being an alcohol enthusiast. I blamed Zane. So I have him on the show, and if I added my mom to this whole thing, they could just hash it out. No, I'm excited about our host, our guest today, and being able to host him on our show, because when I was in college, I started watching a show called Three Sheets, and some of you guys know about it. Ledford, you know about it as well, right?
Absolutely.
And the rest of you guys, I'm sure, have seen it. So we've got Zane here. Zane has had many ventures since Three Sheets, but 12, 13 years ago was when I had a chance to see him on my laptop watching his show. And it was a blast. I learned a lot. First time I traveled overseas, I searched out for things that I saw on the show. I was seeking them out. So I'm excited to have him on. Mark Z says he's drinking a Miller Lite. There's nothing wrong with that, my friend. Stay hydrated.
You do you.
Wes, missing out on the latest Wally release, drinking a hazy from City Light from Milwaukee. I don't know who City Light is. That sounds delicious. Absolutely. Well, gents, I don't want to keep it waiting or our guest waiting. But before we get started, for those of you who have heard of our guest, Zane Lamprey, take a look right down there, Instagram link, and we're going to talk about some of the things he's got right now, a particular venture called Adv3nture. And Adam, you know a lot about Adv3nture, so we'll get into that in a few minutes.
Heck yeah, absolutely.
I'm excited about it. But without further ado,
Adam.
yes, without further ado, Mr. Zane Lamprey.
If you guys could just keep it down a little bit, we're going to use Seamus. Shut up. We're going to use our inside voices because I just have a little baby here. And you know, Yusuf, you kept saying without further ado, and then there was more and more ado. And I'm sitting here waiting to open my beer because I wanted to do it in the show. And there was much ado. There was much ado.
But it wasn't about nothing. It was much ado, but not about nothing.
It was pretty much nothing. Let's there's much ado. Oh, nothing.
You've joined us on the show, and now you have to tell us, what are you drinking?
So I am drinking Orange Tabby. This is my Adv3nture brand. This is my collaboration with Adv3nture. No, and I haven't even. Seamus, come here. See, the problem is coyotes out there, and if I let you outside, you're going to get eaten. Can you hear him? Because there's really something happening there. I don't want you to think I'm yelling at like randomness. So this is a collaboration with LA Ale Works, which raised a bunch of money for a cat rescues, and it's my wife and I picked the oranges from my mother-in-law's tree and made this amazing beer, and this sold out in like 3 days. And so they're actually making another batch right now, and it's amazing. It's an orange lager, which is fantastic. Wish I could share it with you. If I thought about it, I probably could have sent them to you, but I didn't think about it.
Well, we would never do that without labeling them as pickles. Right.
That is a trick that people need to know, by the way.
Yes.
At the post office, they're just like, people are sending a lot of pickles during quarantine.
Oh yeah, like everyone's sending barbecue sauce and pickles for some reason, and they're all
in a lot of water. I don't get it, but
Was they real quick? Now that you brought that up, and you brought up that collab. Can you tell us a little bit more about it? Since Orange Tabby, the first photo I saw of it had an orange tabby in your arms.
Yeah, he's just so it's actually based off of a specific. Let me put it down. It's actually based off of a specific cat. Excuse me. His name is Chester.
Oh wait, you know the rules.
You didn't.
I don't know this.
Well, you get the idea of what we're doing, though. There we go. And now you have to drink. He was last.
I was totally there, guys. I was there, off screen.
We knew you were. That's why we weren't yelling at you. So it's gonna go get the cat. So it's the problem is that I haven't had anything to drink today. I wear two hats, and those are proverbial hats and actual hats. One is with my company Adv3nture, and the other is my entertainer hat. And so when I'm doing Adv3nture stuff, I'm at my computer, I'm in Zoom meetings, and we're having fun, but I'm not like, you know what I mean? I'm not like in the zone that I am when I'm entertaining. So I just have to switch my hats. In this case, I use hat and actually just mean beer. That's all.
So was that collab a fundraiser at all for maybe like an animal?
It was. There's ways that because you can't really do like one. What happened? Oh, he's right there. Hold on a second. This is going sideways, but hold on. Wait, buddy, don't run away.
A man of many cats, ladies and gentlemen, Zane Lamprey.
Well, we have learned over time that the more on-screen time that pets get, the the better our viewership. So
better the rating. So,
really
so this,
playing
is
the
actual,
home team
this is
here.
actual tester. He just doesn't like to be on Zooms.
Well, look at him.
Don't very cute. He's Skype. He doesn't mind Zooms. He's like against. So this is him, and he had, what do you have? 4 surgeries. He had 4 surgeries because, not to be a downer, but he was mistreated by a human as he was a kitten, and had his jaw broken. So they had to remove part of it, and because of that, his tongue hangs out. He's not in pain now. He's completely happy, except when he's on Zoom. But the surgeries cost about $6,000. So some of the proceeds from the sale of these went to. It's actually you can't do proceeds because you can't incentivize beer. But LA Ale Works did donate some money for the rescue to pay for some of his surgeries and stuff like that. And there's a lot of cats sort of in the network. Oh, sorry. I also have a liger. I don't know if you guys are interested in. I know it's not the Tiger King portion of the quarantine, but
Wait a second. The paws on that cat are bigger than my cat.
His paws. He's so young. His paws. He's polydactyl in the front, and he's furry. He's got one eye. We get the special cases. He's got one eye and he's got a bobtail. He's polydactyl. He's got curled ears and he's furry. Oh, yeah, nice. Wait, how did you get my cat there?
This is Wally.
That's so good.
We're just all internet videos gradually evolve and end up at cat videos. So we're just getting what they want.
Get rid of people. Yeah, get rid of the people. It's just there's no we serve no purpose. So good. You guys are cat people. I can certainly respect guys who like cats. And so because I don't know, because people think that it's fun to say that dogs are a man's best friend, cats are annoying. Well, guess what? Cats are annoying, but not dogs or cats. So yeah, we made this beer. We made a smaller batch, still enough to can a lot of them, and now they're making another batch right now. So with Adventure, my clothing brand. So this is the hoodie that's on Kickstarter right now. Put up the thing. No, the other thing. No, the tiny link.
Yes, guys. Actually, I'm going to put the comments as well for everyone watching.
Yes.
You guys can get some more info and follow them and get involved in this Kickstarter. You want to put up the photo?
Sure.
Boom. There it is.
Boom. Look at that. 1,644 backers with 8 days left. So we still have early bird hoodies left. These are entirely made in the U.S. from the ground up, meaning that the cotton is grown here, they're cut here, dyed here, sewn here by hardworking Americans, and that helps us lower our carbon impact on the environment. It lets us be involved in every single step of the way. I'm at the factory every day, making sure that these are amazing, and this is by far our best project yet. And moving everything from overseas back into the U.S. It timed very well, you know what I mean, with the whole quarantine, all that kind of stuff. But we're So anyway, anyone that wants this, it has a beer koozie pocket, and it has, which by the way are we done? Like that's like drop the mic. You can hold your beer. Sometimes when you're doing things, you want to have some place to put your beer and keep it cool. So that's that. Come on up.
And you just said you're at the factory almost every day?
I'm not now in the development process, but when we are actually manufacturing, I will be. Yeah.
Because it is in the U.S. Like you said, you moved everything out to the U.S. And
it's in the U.S. Exactly. It's in Los Angeles. Cotton comes from North Carolina. The zippers come from Georgia. Everything is cut and sewed and dyed here in Los Angeles. So it's not far for me. I'm in LA, so it's a much different process than when we did stuff overseas. A lot of Zoom meetings and sending samples back and forth. I mean, at the end, you weren't there when the manufacturing was happening, just to keep an eye on things. It was a great product, but this is just a better situation. And we're doing a lot of beer collaborations. Probably do 30 this year. Wow. And the benefit. And so for all those beer collaborations, Excuse me. So sorry. That's rude of me not to. For every one of those, it benefits pet rescue.
I love it. So
like we're doing one with St. Arnold and Houston, it's benefiting a Houston pet rescue. If we're doing one in Arizona, same thing. So with AZ Wilderness and all that kind of stuff. So it's like we plant 3 trees because we're trying to initiate change for the environment, and trees are good. And that's our long-term plan, and our short-term plan. Thanks, Chris. It's true. He's right. And the short-term plan is immediately helping out animals in need. So we're making amazing products, but we're having fun doing things that we're passionate about as well.
what is Golden Seed? It's come up twice in the comments.
Has it really? Golden Seed is it is the first publicly traded cannabis company.
Okay.
So if anyone's interested, go to the letter G seed.com, and you can actually invest in the cannabis company. So I'm one of the original investors in it, and they're just awesome guys, and we're actually using some of their hemp in the projects we have in development. It's a great renewable commodity resource product that we're using in some of the things we're making, and it's a great company, and who wouldn't want to own a little bit of a weed company? Because I think people like it.
I think so too. It hasn't gone anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like Quaaludes disappeared, but people still do weed, right? Like that's a thing.
It's like off-premise alcohol sales have not suffered terribly with the quarantine. On-premise, on the other hand, have been hit dramatically.
Guys, if you have questions for Zane, pop them in the comments. Zane, I want to go in the way back machine for a minute, just for some of the people who maybe haven't had a chance to catch up with you in the last few months or few years.
Yeah. How far are you going to go back?
What's that?
How far are you going back?
I was almost going to go back to Have Fork Will Travel.
Okay.
You want to go that back?
Well, I mean, but 3 Sheets was first.
It was.
Yeah.
We can go to we can definitely go to 3 Sheets first. But I was about it earlier. Obviously, 3 Sheets was a first exposure for a lot of us, especially depending on the age group. I'm 31, so not to age you.
Where I exposed myself to many people.
Yes, and also exposed yourself to many people.
Yeah.
That was how many seasons? If I recall, it was 6. Is that right?
4.
4.
It just felt like 6. However, I'll make you right in that we did 4 seasons of 3 Sheets. Then we tried to sell it around town, and the networks were all saying, no, we're not buying alcohol programming. So we did a Kickstarter for a show called Chug, which ended up being on Nat Geo. At the same time, this son of a bitch named Jack Maxwell, maybe you've heard of him.
That guy. You know what?
Launched the Booze show on Travel Channel. And then we had 4 Sheets, which is now on Drink TV, which they're all similar. Like, they're all done in the same vein. And then I did 3 seasons of Drinking Made Easy for Mark Cuban's HDNet channel, which was domestic. So the other ones are international, and then Drinking Made Easy was domestic.
And you actually filmed was it Drinking Made Easy that you filmed here once? I think you went to Four Peaks Brewing Company.
Oh,
and then you performed at the Marquee Theater, which was the first time years ago. We're talking 9 years ago, if not more, that we had met at the Marquee Theater. And it was you, Steve McKenna, and what was Mark Ryan, right? Was that the guy's?
Mark Ryan, yeah.
Mark Ryan, and we chugged a beer, and it was Pleplius beer. I have that bottle somewhere in the house. I've tried.
Oh my God, I don't. Yeah. That was like Budweiser that we soaked in water, pulled the label off, and then we brought our own stickers, so that we didn't have to bring. We brought a box of stickers, not a bunch of beer. We would just go into the store, buy whatever we could, peel the labels off, and put those on. So we drank. I didn't want to be drinking like a name brand on stage.
So, but before I get to this question, you just solved a mystery. It was Budweiser, not Bud Light, that you rebranded.
No, it was probably Bud Light.
That's why it went down so
And
quick.
there's a reason for that. People just, when I was on stage, I had a show, you know, I had an act, and it was good, and it was polished, and it was linear, but the people really wanted us to drink. And if I was, and so I would often drink like 6 beers over the course of a show. That's not unheard of. If I were to have 6 craft beers, it would have been very difficult to understand me at the end. So, but that worked out very well for that.
Fair enough. I mean, the end of the show was basically just you guys sitting in chairs, crushing beers and talking to the audience. So,
exactly right. And if you recall, Steve opened the show by chugging a 6-pack.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I remember.
Yeah.
What's that?
Steve does not drink anymore.
That's what I was going to say. I remember asking you when
he's done. You get to a point, you're done. That's it. He hit his limit. He hit his limit at some point in college, but
where does he live now? So everybody knows. Anyone that's wondering where Steve McKenna is, here it is.
Well, so this particular month it's in Park City. Last month it was in Philadelphia. He moves around a lot, but he swears to me that he's found his permanent residence.
But he was in Utah for a little bit. All right, fair enough.
No, he's there now. He's in Utah now, which is a great place to be if you don't drink. So I guess he's fine.
Or if you do, it'll be 3.2%.
That's
so,
right. Exactly.
Fine. Zane, I saw a question come in here in the comments. Someone said, "Can we still watch Chug somewhere?"
Yeah, so you can go to drinktv.com. You can also go through your Apple TV, and you can go on Roku. I don't know if anybody uses Roku, and you can watch it for free. You just sign up, and you can just watch it ad supported. So you can subscribe, but you don't need to. So don't.
Don't. So you can watch 4 on Drink TV, but you can also watch Chug.
Yeah, but it's not drink.tv. It's drinktv.com.
Drinktv.com. Never mind. I'll fix that now. How dare I?
This is just a run through for the real show anyway, so we're fine.
There it is.
Yeah, right there.
But it's right now. Drinktv.com. Sweet.
Yeah. You can also watch 4 sheets there that we made specifically for Drink TV, and you can also watch Between the Sheets, which was a roundtable discussion with the crew hosted by Steve, where we just, I mean, honestly, I've had amazing times traveling around with my crew and just, you know, shooting at countries around the world that I would never be in without having the show to bring me there. But I would say one of the most fun things I've done is shooting Between the Sheets with Steve, because it was our opportunity to get to show Steve what it was like trying to run a show with him being distracting. So we just all drank. The sound guy, I tell you what, we shot 6 episodes Between the Sheets, 1 for every episode of 4 sheets. So episode 1, 2, and 3 were on Thursday. Episode 4, 5, and 6 on Friday. So episode 1 and as episode 3 are very like congenial and everyone's being respectful. Episode 3 and episode 6, the sound guy was passed out for the whole episode.
What was his name? The sound.
Well, his name is Tad.
Tim.
But when he drinks, his name is Chad.
Perfect. I remember Tim's name. And then you unfortunately put your producer through, I believe, what was Cobra wine or Cobra whiskey or something one time. Where was that? Snake something.
Well, wait, what was the preface of it? Was what I made my producer drink it?
No, like things that you guys had to do together when you were out.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, we had Viper rum.
That's the one. It was Viper rum. Cobra whiskey and rum are probably related.
Cobra whiskey would be much better than Viper rum, only because Viper rum is one of the worst things I've ever put in my mouth.
I can't imagine.
Besides this weird time in college, but we don't worry about that.
Well, Zane, as we get some questions rolling in here, I'm going to bring in my co-hosts for a moment. Someone did ask.
Adam?
Well, someone did ask a question. You want me to drink before the TV and after the sheets? I think 3 drinks.
So I think that's just a yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Tim says Steve McKenna doesn't get Steve McKenna anymore.
Sorry, Tim. By the way, you look super sharp in your suit there, Tim, and you look like when you're wearing a t-shirt, you can drink with the best of them. You're not fooling anybody by wearing that suit. No, Steve does not get McKenna anymore, which is just weird.
Because you need to do more arts and crafts shows. Did I miss something? I saw you doing a few things on your Instagram live.
So yeah, I did a show called Crafts and Crafts where I drank craft beer and did arts and crafts with celebrities. And it was fun, and we were all like rocking and rolling, and then the quarantine hit. I'm having a lot of calls about that now because it's something that, a lot of shows, a lot of TV shows are kind of done like this now, with Zoom from house and stuff like that. We have a way that we can shoot a celebrity drinking art and craft show with proper cameras and sound and stuff like that. And so we actually, and that's a unique thing to be able to do in the quarantine. So, just walk behind me. And so we're in a lot of talks to actually bring craft and crafts to a network very soon, which is great.
I think that's a great idea. I love it.
Thanks.
I love it. Well, let's bring in start with Adam Green.
Yeah.
Adam Green.
What's up? Full disclosure, I'm a dog person.
See, people say that, and I'm not necessarily a cat person. I'm just, you know what, Adam? I'm just a person, man.
We're all just people, right?
Hey, Bodie, come here. Bodie, come here. I'm going to see your. Do you know what I'm bringing in right now?
What's that?
Come here, Bodie. You know what I'm bringing into the shot? Come here.
I hope the dog, because he does. Did you miss the entire first image? There was a nice big fluffy dog in that.
Come here.
Get up there, buddy.
There we go.
Well, so this is how tall he is. Just honest. This is me sitting down. The table is down here. This is how tall he is.
Well, that image that we started the show with, Zane, I think is a perfect example. There it is again.
Oh yeah. There he is. He's a Sasquatch. He got a bath yesterday, and he already looks like that.
I thought that was a dog from the Never-Ending Story.
It is. It is Falcor.
Do you know how much you have to pay for that dog?
Anytime I think of Never-Ending Story, I think of like the Family Guy episode where Peter's riding him, and he's like, "We're going down," and there's a reference that maybe not everyone gets. That's what I bring to the show.
Say
So
his name or whatever she says at the end. Yeah, we're quoting children's movie.
Lisette,
yes, it is. Absolutely, well done. Drink.
That's everybody drink. All right, everybody drink.
Direwolf. It is a direwolf. That is correct. Drink.
And Chris says Chewbacca also counts. Drink again.
It is Chewbacca. I wanted to name him Gandalf the Grey, and Mel said no. My wife, and she's like, if you want to know if a pet name is stupid, open your front door and yell it, and just see if you feel like an idiot. But the catch is, I feel like an idiot when I yell anything from my front door, so it didn't really matter. And so we named him Bodie, and which is Bodemore, which is an Irish saying, which I'll tell you what it means in a second. But like last year, she's like, I really wish I would have let you name him Gandalf the Grey. It's so much cooler because you're walking him around. And people are like, "What's your dog's name?" You say Bodie, and they go, "Oh, my dog's named Bodie too," or "I know a Bodie." But if we said Gandalf the Grey, people will be like, "Whoa," and probably give us money for something. I don't know. Right, it's true. Yeah, exactly. Well, in a few years, if he has a run-in with a demon, he'll be Gandalf the White.
Adam, you had something you wanted to ask real quick before I jump in.
Probably a question that, Zane, you get a lot from everyone, so I'm not going to go anything crazy here. But like,
no problem.
How do you get to be you? Like making a career out of going around getting enjoy drinks and friends and explore and that. I mean, it seems like a dream job to so many of us. Like, how did you get your start doing all this?
I mean, it's funny. I say that in my stand-up because that's a question that I get asked a lot. And the response is like, how do I get to be me? Because it's like it's an amazing job to get, but it's a very difficult job to keep. I've done this job for the answer is 11 networks. It's just one of those weird things because you could have a show like Jersey Shore where people are getting drunk and doing stupid stuff all during the show, but the show is not about the drinking. Whereas if we bring a show about drinking and we do it responsibly yet have fun, people are like, whoa, we can't have a show where people are drinking beer and laughing. That's just irresponsible, don't you think? So it's an uphill battle, but it's a battle I'm happy to fight.
Well, so we swapped Adams. Don't want to alarm anybody. I'm a different.
Now, are those guitars and far away, or are they mandolins and right behind you?
Yeah, the wall is only 3 inches from my head.
Like, hold on, here you go.
Yeah. So I had a question. Let's say if you catch one of your 4 Sheets episodes, there are a few, and this is going to sound horrible until I finish. There were a few where you looked like a guy who traveled a lot and drank a lot of alcohol. A little bit heavier around the midsection. But recently, no. I'm just saying. Recently on Instagram,
get to the second part.
you have some photos where you are looking pretty svelte, my friend.
It was literally my head on someone else's, on Steve McKenna's body.
Nice.
You know, it's interesting. Like when you spend a lot of time in the when you spend a lot of time in the car or traveling to meetings or these kind of things, like and you come home late or whatever, you have a lot of excuses to like not work out. You know what I mean? And during the quarantine, it's like psychologically speaking, there's almost less reason to work out. But time wise, you're like, I can probably fit in a workout at some point because first of all, I'm not showering. Okay. So there's 3 minutes that I'm getting back. I'm not driving 3 miles across town in Los Angeles. So there's 2 hours that I have. Lunch breaks now consist of me going and getting a scoop of peanut butter. So I have time to do that. So I have a Peloton and I get on that as much as I can and try to eat well. And
so that's my real point / question is that I heard from a recent interview where you were talking to Jack Maxwell, that guy. He's a guy. But I was listening and you're talking about Peloton and the Adam Green and I challenge each other pretty frequently. We are both in the cult of iPads attached to fitness bikes.
Okay.
And so we were thinking,
is the iPad the expensive part or the bike the expensive part? One of those is expensive.
Yeah.
The attaching?
Yeah,
hold on. I will say this, Zane. I don't have a Peloton, and when they all jumped on the Peloton thing, it was just a stationary bike with an iPad to me.
Yeah.
But now I understand it's a Fitbit with friend requests and a stationary bike. So it's way different. I get it, and it's totally worth the money, guys. You're good.
He sounds like such a hater. You know, he sounds like someone who went on to buy one and there's a 1 month wait. So he ordered one. He's going to hate on it for the next 30 days.
I hate the fact that he knows that in my search history this morning was Peloton.
It's so funny because I should have contacted Peloton because when I started talking about it, I just posted a workout. I don't like to post my workouts. I think that's kind of cheesy, but every now and then, like I'll just post one for fun or whatever. And like when I hit a milestone or whatever. And someone, are you laughing at me?
So is Brett backstage, by the way. Brett's laughing at all of you guys.
That's fine. And we should be. The fact that we're even talking about this, we should be laughed at. But and I don't even know my point. What was my point? Oh, I've been posting it, and I've had like 5 direct friends of mine say, "Hey, I just got my Peloton. Thanks for." I'm like, wait, shouldn't I have like gotten something for that? Stock or something?
I think.
Yeah, they have like a whole referral bonus. Like Peloton could have given you like $500 worth of swag and stuff.
I heard about that.
For Zane, guys, if he pedals Peloton, I can't believe I just said that. If he pedals Peloton, I mean, there could be some.
But listen, I'm doing it for me.
It's good.
No, heck yeah. Well, and that's my real point is you look great. I think a lot of people are coming to that realization.
Thank you. You do too, Adam. And so do you, Adam.
You not so much. Get a Peloton.
Listen, I'm at Zane Lamprey. Let me know when you wanna get a race going.
That would be awesome. Yeah, I was gonna say we should have a challenge to a ride, and it's you versus the two Adams.
Universal handle. Apparently,
It's universal. When you have a weird name, you can do that. Yeah.
Do that right now.
That is your born and given name, right?
Yes.
There you go. So it's not a weird name. I'm Yusuf.
No, I was born Lane Lamprey. But I was like, I think it's weird. I think it's backwards.
I know it.
That was my old cat's name. That's weird.
Did you name your dog Lane Lamprey?
No.
By the way, there is a cocktail. I think it's in Kansas City at some restaurant. People send me pictures of all the time. It's on the menu. It's called the Lane Lamprey. I think it's amazing. Here's what I would do. I would go in because I would think it'd be fun, and I would show up, and they'd be like, "Hey, Zane," and I would sit down, and I would have the Lane Lamprey, and they'd be like, "Okay," and they just walk away and give it to me, not knowing that I was possibly the inspiration behind it.
I dig it. You know, so I know you get. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, check out the. Go get a hoodie.
Yeah, go there and just buy the hoodie. Be an American.
Yeah, and then after that, or go find our link and buy one of these because they're sweet.
Yeah, go buy. If you have money left over after the adventure, go buy one of those.
Yeah, after adventure. But Zane, I'm going to send you one of these, so I'm going to need your address, buddy. Send you 2 of them. Send you a tank top too.
It's 1, 2, 4, 6. My wife looked at me. It does start with 1, 2, doesn't it?
Not on the internet. Calm down. Send it to me later.
My office. So Kip from LA Ale Works is a good buddy of mine, and so this is this beer, right? And so he sent me something in the mail today, and I know what it is. I'm going to open it on the camera on the show.
I'm excited for that. I'm so excited for that. Real quick, I am going to pull up the photo. Is that Please? Shit! Everybody has to drink. Everybody has to drink. I saw him. I'm sorry. Well,
here's my address right there.
I'm bringing everybody in real quick so they understand. For those of you who don't know the rules, once you see Please, you have to drink. The person who sees Please makes everyone else drink, if I'm not mistaken. And there he is. So good, Jen. All right, what do you got for us, Zane?
Oh, is that a buff? Yes.
Wait, but if you put it on just right.
Yeah, I'd have to put it on just right. That's exactly right. I think I have to fold it down. We'll see. We'll figure it out.
You also have some bandanas of cats, right?
Yes, I do. They're.
This is a lot of fun to watch.
It's impossible to do. There we go.
We'll just main screen you and just watch you mess with that thing.
I'm imagining Zane outside of a liquor store with a getaway driver going I'm going in.
Don't you feel like that when you put on a mask to go into the bank right now?
So would that make him a cat burglar? I'm sorry. I'll go. I'll go.
I'm not doing this right, but you get it.
No. He's got to go. It just says orange tabby lager on your head now. But also, you look like someone who attended.
By the way, that's fucking amazing right now. Okay,
Zane, right now, you look like the guy at the biker bar I absolutely want to hang out with.
Hey, have you guys been to Sturgis this year? No masks, man. Fuck masks. No way. No masks. No.
You guys catch Smash Mouth? It was great. Smash Open Mouth.
So Zane, you talked about your company adventure. You seem like a very outdoorsy guy. Some of us on this are, me and Adam Ledford, more than say Mr. Hawash, who just left the screen. What is your favorite drink when you're out in the wilderness to share around a campfire?
Man, that is a great question. It's definitely a question I've never been asked before. I'm gonna say it's a session beer. You know what I mean? Like a lager. Because it's usually warm or it's cold or you're by the fire or whatever. But I like have something that I can have several of rather than something that's like a 9.7 that I can have one of, and I take a nap and wake up the next morning. How
That's
about
fair.
you? What's your answer?
Whew. I mean, if I'm around a campfire, I'm assuming it's a little cold, and then I love me
Did you pop in to just make a funny face? Because it looks like you popped in to go, and then you disappear. Okay. You were saying.
Gotcha.
if it's campfire time, I assume that means it's a little chilly.
Yeah.
Then I would like a nice stout. Probably not barrel aged for the same kind of reason to keep it a little lighter.
Right.
I can have a little bit more of. If it's a little warm out, I was just driving back from Washington State, and we camped in Idaho, and we had Barbarian Brewery on from Boise the other day, and I definitely enjoyed a bunch of their Mango Lassie milkshake IPAs.
Oh yeah.
That was delightful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also inherently an IPA guy, and then of course, as the night gets late, I also don't mind a little nightcap with some like scotch or something like that.
Yeah. After this, I'm gonna have a scotch.
I've been out camping with my dad and uncle, and they like to do the Clamato in like shitty beer with like Tabasco topped off.
That's amazing.
They do that when there is scotch available, which I don't understand why you would do that when there's scotch available.
Yeah, exactly.
I just want you to know I definitely popped in to make a funny face for that specific comment for sure.
Honestly, I think that face is the appropriate reaction when you sip that drink, that concoction.
Definitely.
And by the way, it's not your expression; it's just your face.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Hey, Dan Coffey's asking what our favorite social drinking culture is around the globe. Maybe that's specifically for me.
Definitely to you. So I'm going to let you.
I'm going to spin it in a different direction and say that the most fun people to look at me. I'm like a biker with a kitten. What's up, bro? I'm going to leave it on because you hate it. My wife's asking me to take it off.
That's the only reason to keep it on at this point.
That's exactly right. I would say the most fun people to drink with around the world are, in my experience, it goes probably number one would be South Koreans, and number two, Germans, maybe number three, Japanese. It's this thing with like the country that has the most regimented culture lets loose the most when they have a drink. Like they're all business during the day, and at night they're just all about fun because they were so serious. Whereas other countries, they're just like a little bit more relaxed, and they drink. It's just sort of like there's no big change. So hopefully that works as a response.
It's a damn good answer. I mean, for me personally, I have not had a chance to go to South Korea or Japan. The Spaniards won me over because they take their kids out in strollers and drink until 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning in Spain.
That is 100% what I found as well.
Yeah,
the Japan show was amazing. Thank you.
It was a good show. Actually, there was you guys played a game in the Japan show and the South Korea show, if I'm not mistaken. One of them was intense. I have the rules.
You're thinking of Hong Kong.
Oh no. Didn't they do like a round of shots on a table where they like layered them and you guys had to throw hands? Was that Hong Kong that you guys threw hands?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So was the Hong Kong one with the green tea and whiskey as well?
I think that was the Japan one, and that would be in Kyoto.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had in my mind that was China for some reason, but green tea and whiskey became my like obsession drink for like a year after I saw that because it's really damn good.
Yeah, it is.
It turns out
I'll tell you something that I'm literally processing tonight is I have all of the episodes of 3 Sheets, and I have them in HD. And I'm trying to process how I can do like a drink, like a party where people all like we show the episode. It's like 24 minutes. We show the episode, and then we do it a second time, and I talk through the whole thing. I do commentary on it. 51 episodes. I could do one a year for the rest of the year, and then by that point, it's going so well that someone picks it up.
Why not live stream it, Zane? I can help you.
Yeah. I want to talk to you about that because I'm trying to figure out the logistics behind that. So yeah, let's talk. And I will pay you generously in beer.
Yes. And also, we could figure out a way to collab in LA together and make a social distance drinking adventure club beer.
What? That's crazy.
That's nuts.
Mind blown. You're in Phoenix, right?
Yeah, I'm not far. I'm probably 6 hours from you at most.
Yeah, or we can brand one AZ Wilderness. You know those guys?
Of course, Patrick and John are good friends of mine. Yeah, that's easy.
I call them John and Patrick.
Oh, don't tell Patrick that.
No, and you don't tell John yours.
Okay, fine. We'll keep it a secret. I hope they're not watching. They're probably watching. I definitely texted John before the show started. So, do you have a couple more minutes with us? I know we've kept you a little bit late. I want to talk some people in here real quick. I'm going to bring in the guys because apparently there are a couple of questions, but Brett has one. If you want to throw that in, and I want to look at what's in the comments. Brett, go ahead.
Oh, I didn't say I had a question. I had something written for you for later for the beer name game uses.
Oh, never mind. You don't have a question. Then that's fine. See you later, buddy. So, Zane, we play a game called the beer name game. I didn't get a chance to tell you about it, but what we do.
I heard you guys talking about it.
It's a beer name. We'll give a description, sight unseen, kind of like if you watch Saturday Night Live when Che and it's Colin, I believe, throw a script at each other blind, and they have to read it without knowing what's on the script. So that was apparently what they were talking about. If you want to hang out for a part of that, it would be a lot of fun. We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
There was somebody asking if you had a 5XL, and it was Chris McBeth saying he'd pay double for a 5XL. It sounds like he went to your website and couldn't find one.
There are 5XL on the Kickstarter, and you only have to pay $15 more. So there you go. We're going up to 5XL on the adventure hoodie on Kickstarter at tiny.cc/myhoodie.
We can both point at it. It's right there. You see it?
Can I just say there's some irony in talking about a 5XL and then at tiny.anything?
There is. Yeah.
I think maybe there's also something wrong with you alienating our audience.
No, clearly 5XL is not tiny.
He's an offensive lineman.
Not
big.cc/Adam's hoodie. Is that okay, Adam?
No, that works for me. I was just in the juxtaposition I found to be amusing.
There is juxtaposition there.
Yeah.
Adam, you did have a question. What's up?
Yeah, just like we all drink for fun, right? Like we have so much enjoyment that comes from going out, having a beer with some friends, or getting some cocktails or whatever. When it is your job, does that change your approach to, I guess, the industry towards going out and enjoying just a drink?
To go out and enjoy a drink, no, it doesn't change. That's still I still enjoy that. The only thing is sometimes when we're out shooting, because every day is money, right? Like you can't take a day off in the middle of your trip because everyone's getting paid, the camera guy, the sound guy, the producers, all that kind of thing. So, we'll sometimes go out and shoot 4 episodes at a time. And so think about if you go out Wednesday, let's say if you go out Tuesday because you're crazy, and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Sometimes the last thing what we want to do is have a drink on Monday, but we have to. But look, the thing that makes me feel like having a drink is having a drink. So it all works out.
Well,
but as far as going out and having a drink, no, I still enjoy that.
That leads into a great question from
the taping of the show. I don't think that's happened.
I think I remember you doing an interview.
I pretended to do that.
Yes.
In Jamaica. Yeah, because we didn't do the hangover segment. I went to do the whoa. Oh, sorry, I thought the cat was peeing. She's digging a hole. She might be. Fucking weird. No, she's just playing with a ball. So yeah, I went to a place called Ted's Tea Shack, and I had herbal tea, which was marijuana tea. And I had never had anything besides, smoking a few joints in college, which sort of have this like herbal tea. I didn't know about how it would affect me. So I drank the whole thing. And I'm like, oh, I feel really relaxed. It was like right after I drank, he's like, no, man, you want to feel that for another 15, 20 minutes, man. And I was like, 15, 20 minutes later, I couldn't walk. I needed to be carried to the van and brought to my hotel room. And so they went and shot the Domino segment, and I wasn't there. So the next morning, we shot a segment of me sleeping on the beach as a reason why I couldn't make it to the Domino segment. That's
so he was
probably what it's talking about.
He was pharmaceutically correct in 15 to 20 minutes. He was like, yeah, man, so 15 to 20, I'm going to be in a different...
Hey, man, in about 17 minutes and 13 seconds, man, you'll feel great. Yes, and that was literally what it was. I felt like energized for like a minute, and then, then it hit you when I felt, oh, this is fun. And then it kept hitting harder and harder and harder, and just like, okay, I need to go lay down.
Zane, I'm going to bring everybody back in here so we can have a toast together, and I want to thank you. Did you switch to another drink? Did we get you to drink? We were at drink 2, I think, right?
I would have had to go to the fridge.
That's
right.
fair. We take a fridge trip together about this point in the show, and we want to thank everybody for joining us. Again, you can find Zane Lamprey at Zane Lamprey, and of course, you can back the new adventure hoodie at tiny.cc/my hoodie right there. Check it out. It's in the comments as well. And Zane, hopefully this won't be the last time we get to have a drink together. Joe, we'd love to do this.
Let's do it. Let's do it in person if culturally acceptable manners present itself.
I have a trip to LA planned, so I'll hit you up when we're headed that way. And then when you come out here, we'll maybe share a beer with John and Pat, guys, and do that. We still have it too, so we got to do that.
Done.
Hey, let's get a cheers to Made in America, man. Seriously, thank you for making that happen.
Thank you.
Everybody has to drink now.
Always right.
Zane, before you go, the last thing I was going to do was bring up, I don't have the one you signed, but here it is. When I saw you, Steve, and Mark Ryan, I can't remember the freaking year.
What? Where are you in this picture?
Skinny brown guy with no beard and the pink man. This is 10 years ago.
Oh my God! Look at that kid.
Yeah, where are you?
Hey Yusuf. Hey Yusuf. Who's that pre-med student in the pink shirt?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Oh, good.
So I think you should search for Peloton again.
That kid was going places. I tell you that right now.
That guy, the guy in the pink right there, definitely. And the guy in the middle, he had a show on TV.
He did. He looks like my son.
I didn't know you were North African, Dad.
Yeah, that's right.
Zane, thank you so much for your time.
You got it, guys.
I'll send
you so much.
We'll
Thank you very much. You got it, man.
Take care.
Bye,
guys, ladies and gentlemen, that was Zane Lamprey joining us for an episode of Social Distance Drinking Club. We had an absolute freaking blast. I don't think we were going to make it. We're going to go the whole hour, and we did. So thank you guys all for joining us. For those of you who just joined us, I still want to know what you guys are drinking, so tell us in the comments. And also, socialdistancedrinkingclub.com to get one of these sweet things right here, because they're pretty sweet. You can get a shirt. They're dope.
Absolutely.
I had a great time. Hope you guys did too.
He's so cool.
Yeah. You always hope somebody who is a TV personality and they're an actor by trade, comedian even, like you hope that they're actually cool in real life, and I think he's even cooler.
Take that. It's fine. I think maybe we'll have him and Jack on at one point and play the beer game with both of them. That'd be fun. But speaking of the beer name game, we got 5.5 minutes left in the show, and for anyone who hasn't watched the beer name game, great time. So if you got one for me, gentlemen, I'd say let's start right about there skis.
I think we all have one for you.
The funny thing is we all do, but I can give the one I wrote to Brett, because I think that you could smash it, Brett.
Great.
Mine is definitely for Yusuf.
I can go.
Let's just get to it quickly.
All right. Yusuf, you want to read mine first? I'll have Mr. Ledford put the name in the banner?
I'm ready. Mr. Ledford can produce this bit, and I am ready.
Mr. Green put it in the banner unless you don't need an M in the title.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Green. So,
What's up?
Yusuf, don't look at the private chat for a moment, Yusuf, while we get the banner ready.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So,
That's all right.
to set this up, though, as everybody that watches the show regularly knows, Yusuf is a fan of seltzers, the latest craze in drinking. So, Yusuf, I found the perfect new seltzer product for you to be the pitch man for.
Great. Well, I'll start. Here's the description of this new product. Need a quick pick-me-up while on the go? With its enticing texture and unmistakable flavor, complete with those famous tasting notes of pineapple juice and asparagus. Rest Area Hard Seltzer is that special treat that goes down easy and best enjoyed with a friend. Rest Area Hard Seltzer. Swallow that fizzy goodness. I fucking hate you guys. In case anyone was wondering, I absolutely hate you guys.
That sounds so horrible.
Oh my god! All right, hey Brett, don't look at the private comments for a second.
All right.
Let me tee you up, my friend.
I feel like we have to cue him up with "Don't look, don't look, nobody look."
Nobody look. All right, Brett, you are good to go.
I'm good to go, huh?
Beer Bob, I'm going to answer Beer Bob's question. Do the shirts come in any other sizes than schmedium? If you're talking shit to me, Bob, yes. If you're looking for a shirt that fits you, I don't know what you did during quarantine.
Maybe he got a Peloton. Maybe he's jacked.
All right, we ready for me, Mr. Ledford?
Go for it.
For our audience, I have instructions to read this with a certain type of accent, not Boston, Yusuf, so it'll probably sound like your Boston accent. There's no reason to beat around the bush. If you're paying for name brand stuff, then you're wasting your money. You see, y'all don't realize that it's all the same stuff being made in the same place. They just slap some gosh dang name brand on the outside of the packaging, and you fools pay twice as much. That's how they get you. That's why I drink Harbor Freight Pale Ale. It's hazy, it's cold, there's hops in it. The fuck else do you want, city boy?
All I could think when I heard Harbor Freight Pale Ale was, when does my beer turn into a hammer? Because everything you buy from Harbor Freight will eventually become a hammer. It's about a 16-day warranty. After that, just use it to smash nails into your wall. That's what you've got.
Brett, well done on the reading. I knew you would. I knew you'd kill it.
Thank you. I also ad-libbed That's How They Get You, but I was feeling it.
High class, high quality. Green, you got one?
Well, it was supposed to be for Yusuf, but it can be for you.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
I'll take it. Man, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Let's go.
All right, well, throw it in the private chat. Don't look yet.
I had 2 T-Stone Lights. I'm all jacked up.
Not tell Weedy that we're calling it T-Stone Light, please. And guys, if you're watching right now, we went and brewed a beer. Previous episode shot right here. Adam Ledford and I down at Tombstone Brewing Company. It's called "I'm Masking You Nicely." Stay tuned. It's we're canning it on Sunday.
So
All right, you can look in the private chat. This was for Yusuf, but now it's just for the show.
I'll do my best. Unfortunately, the post office does not always deliver on time, or in some cases, at all. That's the inspiration behind this beer. That's right. I've got mail problems, and trust me, you want to get in on this. Mail problems, which I have. Oh, don't type anything. You moved the thing. Oh, God. All right, sorry. Is a deliciously mail problems, which I have, is a deliciously decadent strawberry milkshake IPA, and at 6.7%. Mail problems leaves me feeling good with a pleasant taste in my mouth, and it can do the same for you. Because don't worry, even though I have mail problems, you can too. What did I volunteer?
I'm glad I didn't read that, because I feel like a Middle Eastern man on the internet saying anything about the U.S. Postal Service would lead to big problems, not mail problems.
Inspiration behind that, though, like it wasn't just a random thing.
I know. I get that.
Your mail never gets to you, apparently.
It doesn't. It doesn't. And I do have mail problems. They're really bad. I got 99 problems, and mail is 98 of them. It's 98.
That's a lot of mail.
A lot of my problems. Gentlemen, are there any more? Do you guys want to toss any more out, or are we?
I think, yeah, we got it.
I'm sorry, I'm ready for everybody else, but guys, this has been a hell of a show. We hit the 1 hour mark, and I am ready to wrap this sucker up. Stay tuned. We have a lot more coming next week. On Sunday, we'll be canning, and the fun part about this, because I did the math, and by math I mean I figured out the schedule is conflicted. We're canning at the same time the show is scheduled, so we're going to take turns hosting the show and have a guest on at 1:30 on Sunday while people are canning, because the Wi-Fi is actually phenomenal in Tombstone. 1 node and nobody using it because they put gunpowder on things. It's Tombstone. Social Distance Drink Club on Instagram, everybody. SocialDistanceDrinkingClub.com right there if you want to grab a shirt. They're awesome. Help support the show. And thank you guys for joining us, and thank you for hanging out with us and Zane Lamprey tonight. Beer Bob, thank you. I'm happy you're a schmedium now. And thank you to everyone for being a part of this and taking us all the way to episode 52. We appreciate your support. And now we're excited for possibly a kitty collab with Zane Lamprey and Adventure. That might happen. We'll see what comes of it in the near future, as they say. Guys, this has been another episode of Social Distance Drinking Club. Cheers to you. Lancia, skål, kampai.